Well, God has always used people like us. And so if you're unsure, if you're a little worried about this, if you feel like you're not up to the task, my answer to you is good. Because that's always been the way it is. To those who feel their weakness, God is their strength. To those of us who know how inadequate we are to the task and rely more and more on the Lord, we can be even more useful in His hands. Listen to some of the people God has used down through the centuries. See if you can be on this list as well. Moses, God's spokesman, right, to the pharaohs, he stuttered. David, God's great army leader, when he actually went up to Goliath, the armor didn't fit. John Mark, he was rejected by Paul. Timothy had ulcers. Hosea's wife was a prostitute. Amos's only training was in the school of fig tree pruning. Jacob was a liar. David had an affair. Solomon was too rich. Mary too poor. Abraham too old. David too young. Peter was afraid of death. And Lazarus was dead. Can God use people like us? And it goes on. John was self-righteous. Naomi a widow. Paul was a murderer. So was Moses. Jonah ran from God. Miriam was a gossip. Gideon and Thomas both doubted. Jeremiah, boy, go back and read the book of Jeremiah. He was always depressed and even suicidal. Elijah was burned out. John the Baptist was a loudmouth. Martha was a worrywart. Samson had long hair. I wish. Did I mention that Moses had a short fuse? So did Peter, Paul. Well, lots of us do. So again, God has always worked with people like us. In fact, the more we need to rely on Him for all things, the more useful we are in His hands.